class is like crazy here. And each of these, like if you take a look at this one here where I say new panel, curly curly, blah, 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 end curly curly. Now, what is this curly curly doing? That looks like magic, doesn't it? This is actually valid Java code. Anyone know what the heck that curly curly is doing? Well, if I say new sum class open curly, I'm creating an anonymous inner class, right? So I'm creating a new subclass of panel there, and there's some guts inside of it. And the guts happen to be that stuff right there, right? Well, what is this curly? Can I actually have something like a curly like that? It's not a static initializer. You're close, though. It's just called a instance initializer. This is essentially a constructor. And guess what? When you're doing an anonymous inner class, you don't have a name, right? So this is what a constructor inside an anonymous inner class looks like. So the curly curly is actually defining a new class and a new constructor inside of it. And so I have code like this. So it kind of looks like magic, but it's not. It actually makes a lot of sense, but this is the way that some people will write it. Now, the thing that I like about this is the GUI structure is very, very apparent here, just by looking at the nesting. You can see that I have a border layout with a west and a center. This border layout has a north and a south. This panel is a flow layout with this panel inside of it, which is a grid layout with these two buttons. So you can see the structure. It's very, very clear. But how many of you understood this as soon as you saw it? Very few. I had to explain the curly curly thing, right? And the style that it's written in is a very different style than you're used to looking at. So this is something that you're shocking the maintenance programmer. And in general, I don't like to shock the maintenance programmer.